Hi, I'd like to show you another Google tool to help you get more academic results in your searches. So we're going to start at Google Scholar. Some of you may or may not be familiar with Google Scholar, but we're going to add a few things to it. So on the top left-hand side, there are some 3 lines. We're going to pull down to Settings, and we are going to go to Library Links. Now here, I like to add the Boston Public Library, because I have an electronic card through them. So I'm going to search for that, and I'm going to add, and yes, I do want full text results in my searches. So I'm going to click Save. If you don't select Save, it's not going to give you the results from the Boston Public Library. It will look like it did, but you had to make sure that you select Save. So the second thing I'm going to do, just the same as in regular Google, I'm going to go to Advanced Search and use the Advanced Search page to narrow it down even further. So I'm going to put and so affect social media, and again the asterisk is indicated so that we will find any form of that word affect. And then high school students, we want all in an exact phrase, not high and then student and then school in all different areas. So we want that phrase all together. And then we're going to select search, and right away the titles look promising, and it gives you a little bit more of a description of the article than regular Google does. So that's a little bit helpful. This also tells you it's a PDF file and it's from the government. So we could select that. For this demonstration though, I'm just going to look at some of the titles and where they come from, and then actually open and read a full text one from the Boston Public Library. So this one is from the National Institute of Health, government agency, again reputable sources, and I'm looking at the title, The Differential Impact of Social Media Use on Middle and High School Students. Now, it's a study, so it's a little bit more of a text heavy, but it's very targeted, which is terrific, which is what we need and what we want. We're scrolling through to make sure that what we're seeing looks like they are from reputable sites, or are more targeted towards what we really want. So I'm scrolling through to see if I can pull up an article from the Boston Public Library, and I find one right here. Writing on Social Media, a review of research in the high school classroom. That looks pretty interesting. So what I normally do is I like to open it in a separate tab. So I'm going to right click and open this link in a new tab. So I keep my search page here, and I open, this is where the article is going to open, and it usually asks you what your BPL card number is and the PIN number. And then I can select log in, and it will bring me right to the article itself. And it is right here. So a couple of things I want to point out to you. This is an abstract, which is a summary of what the full article is about, so you can tell right away whether it's headed in the right direction or where you want to go. This seems pretty promising. I've looked at it briefly before. So that's the abstract, and the full article is down here, and you can do all sorts of things with it. You can listen to it. It gives you contents, it gives you keywords. It's really these databases are made specifically for researchers like yourself. We could also see it in the PDF version, which means that it's a photocopy, in a sense, right from the journal itself. And the journal that it comes from, the source, is Tech Trends, linking research and practice to improve learning, which is a great thing for you to know because perhaps you want to look into that journal again at a different point. So we're going to go over to see the citation. So we're going to just take a look at cite, and it gives us all different examples of types of citations. In my case, I'm looking for the MLA version. Below in this yellow line, it tells you it can be exported. The citation can be exported to these various reference management tools, but none of them are Noodle tools. So what we can do is to actually copy that citation and paste it into our Noodle tools. So that is an example of how to use Google Scholar.